Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake of the One Man Band is back again, and I'm doing a review thing, but it's not on RWBY this time, or on any anime for that matter. It's just on something that really caught my eye that I'm really looking forward to. So let's dive right in, shall we? Alright, what I'm talking about is the new upcoming Xbox miniseries, Halo Nightfall. If you guys haven't heard about it, they had a panel of it at Comic-Con, I know that, and they released a trailer for it. Basically, it's going to be a live-action series, a mini-series, kind of like Forward Unto Dawn was. And it just looks really interesting, and the trailer just got me thinking, and so I researched it a little bit, and I broke down the trailer, so I'm just going to talk about some cool key things that I think is in store for this miniseries. Alright, first off, in the trailer you can see that it's going to be taking place on a Halo ring. And not just any Halo ring, a Halo ring that has been destroyed. Now, we only know of one that was actually destroyed, and that was Installation 04. Well, yeah, of course, there was the remake of Installation 04 at the Ark, but it'd be pretty much impossible for them to go back to the Ark since it was outside of the Milky Way galaxy. So, it's going to be on Installation 04, a chunk of it that survived the explosion that the Pillar of Autumn did to completely destroy it. Now, obviously, this portion of the Halo ring has kept gravity and its atmosphere, because we see in the trailer that people are walking around like without helmets on and stuff like that. So obviously it may be an unstable climate, but it's still a climate that human beings can live and exist in. Now, this miniseries is going to be following an Oni operative as he goes to Installation 04, a human base that's there. This Oni operative, his name is Jameson Locke, and he is actually going to be a new character that's going to be in Halo 5 Guardians. This is supposed to be his backstory, his origin story, and kind of like how they did with Forward Unto Dawn and Lasky, that's his name. Sorry, totally had a brain fart right there. It's been a long time since I've played Halo 4. Now, the first thing that came to my mind when I saw Jameson Locke was they're basically remaking Sergeant Johnson. That was my thoughts, because, yeah, I know he's black and stuff, and that's obvious, but in Halo 5 Guardians, he's a Spartan. So obviously and in Halo Nightfall, he is not. He doesn't look like he's a Spartan. He's just in normal UNSC gear. It resembles ODST armor, so he's a Oni operative that may have ODST training in his background, but he isn't a Spartan yet. So, and we already know that Sergeant Johnson was just awesome in more ways than one. So, he may be a more suitable successor to Johnson than Lasky is. Now, it's obvious that there is a human base on the Installation 04. Now, my question is, when did they find time to go back to Installation 04? I know that there is the whole gap in time between Halo 3 and Halo 4, but still, in Halo 1, they jumped to a random set of coordinates and just happened to stumble across the Halo ring. So, well, I guess Cortana would have kept that and they would have gotten a hold of it during Halo 2, so I guess it kind of makes sense how they would know where Installation 04 is. But why would they go back there when they know that there was like the flood there? Unless they were going back to run experiments. Oni would definitely do something like that. But in the trailer, the people who are there say that they act as if they don't want Oni and the UNSC there. So this automatically made me think, well, maybe it's insurrectionists. But then, why would they even let Oni into their facility without killing him? because the human insurrection did survive the Covenant War. And they're still out there in space, and humans will continue to kill humans. It's just, yeah. But if you've dug a little deeper into the whole mythos behind Halo, read some of the books, or read some of the graphic novels or something along those lines, you would know that there is a second military, in a sense. There was the UNSC, and then there was the Colonial Guard, who mostly kept peace within the colonies. And those are the people there that have actually set up the base there. So, obviously, the Colonial Guard has survived the war as well. Either it survived the war, or it was reamped by the UNSC to kind of go out there and be part of the colonies once again. My personal opinion is that these Colonial Guard, they came across the Halo ring and decided to set up shop there for some reason. I have no idea. But they do not seem to be on good footing with the UNSC. So there may be a little bit of infighting there. And at the very beginning of the trailer, it said that they have found a compound or element that specifically kills humans. Now, what could that be? My first thought was that maybe it's a Forerunner weapon that the Didact was working on because he completely hated humanity and wanted to wipe it off the face of the universe. So maybe he was working on something in Installation 04, and he just never finished it before he was entombed in Requiem. But then there's always the obvious answer. The Flood. The Flood could have survived on that piece of the Halo ring somehow, and now they're unearthing it. So we all know how bad the Flood is in Halo. But then also there's a quote in the trailer. Now this isn't an exact quote, but it's basically the same thing. Here's the quote. "You were operating on our soil, and that's why they're after us." Obviously this is from one of the Colonial Guardsmen talking to Locke about maybe his team going around trying to discover this compound. So, they were treading on someone's ground, they got pissed off, now they're attacking the humans. So, it may be the Zealot Covenant that we fought in Halo 4, or it could still be the Flood. What we do know is that in the trailer they state that whatever it is, whatever the compound element enemy Flood thing is, it's affecting people 10 kilometers away. So obviously there's more humans on the Halo ring than just this operation base that Locke is at. And it states in the description of the trailer that Locke and his team suffer a biological attack. Now, that automatically makes me think Flood. But then again, it may be some sort of Forerunner megabug, something along those lines. I mean, the Flood is probably the best bet we have. I just think that we should explore the other options due to the fact that the Forerunner, we now know that the Didact, the Forerunner Didact, wanted to destroy humanity so much, so he might have had other contingency plans scattered across the galaxy. Last but not least, it is stated in the trailer that whatever this compound element thing is, it was sourced from hell. So we know that it's going to be something scary, once again leaning more towards the Flood, and that it's just hellish. It's going to be hell on Halo, pretty much. But probably the biggest thing that's got me excited about Halo Nightfall is that the executive producer is going to be Ridley Scott. If you have no idea who that is, I would advise you to get out from under the rock that you are currently living and go and watch some movies. He's the genius behind movies such as Gladiator. He directed Gladiator, Kingdom of Heaven, Prometheus, Alien? Any of those ring a bell? Alrighty guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little review that I did of Halo Nightfall. I think it's going to be awesome when it comes out in November. If any more news comes out, I'll keep you guys up to date on all that. So, once again, like and favorite if you've enjoyed, subscribe of course, be a nice person, tip your waitresses, do all that nice stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah!